proof the pitch, make the coffee, give the printer time to start. Take a breath, trust your instincts, time to set yourself apart. Today is a brand new day, and I'll make the news.
Friday team, 10 minutes. Pitches in my office. Back to work.
Time to set up, it's Monday morning.
I hope my job's not on the line. Hate getting up on Monday morning.
This week that byline will be mine.
Gotta get prepped to pitch my headline. Streamline the research I'll present. Got it and clean before the deadline. This is the time I won't relent.
You know what to do, there's no time to waste. Just give it all you've got.
Prove to the boss that you can't be replaced.
You only get one shot.
It's my turn now, above the fold. When I'm through, they'll see my name in black and gold. It's my turn now, I'm the one he'll choose. Today is the day I make the news.
I get his coffee every morning.
Nobody looks me in the eye. I still get yelled at every morning.
This is the day that I won't cry.
Drinks after work are all on me, so come blow off some steam.
No.
Don't be a buzzkill, the drinks are free. Relax and join the team.
Work hard, play hard. Stay on the beat. Don't complain, it shows that you can't take the lead. Work hard, play hard, and you'll never lose. 'Cause every day we make the news.
What? You don't want to go get drinks with the boys?
Oh, and hear Chad's many, many opinions on women's basketball salaries? Damn, gonna have to take a rain check.
That is probably smart.
Definitely smart. Hey, today marks a year, right? Since you've been at the offering?
No, it's actually not till Friday, but how did you know that?
Well, I remembered you got hired around Memorial Day, and it's almost Memorial Day, so...
Wow, Elizabeth. It's kind of sweet.
What, you think I'd forget the moment it started becoming a little less like a frat house in here?
Yeah, that's very fair. Well, I'm glad my presence could help.
Happy anniversary, Andy. Not many make it this far.
It's not a year till Friday. My deadline's almost here. I promised Mom a headline, front page within the year. I could write a piece on Newport, start to Senate right next week. Have a profile out by Friday. My career will reach a peak. He can't give it away. I paid my dues today. I make the news. They'll know. Get my praise. Mine to make. Mine to make. Then they'll know. Oh yes, this is the day I make the news. Today is the day. Today I make the news. Hey, Mr. Harrington.
Good morning, Andy.
I gotta say, I'm feeling really good today. I think you're really gonna like my pitch.
Looking forward to it.
Yeah. I was thinking that since the paper was just acquired, that we could maybe write.
Wait, how did you hear that? That was about to be announced in the meeting.
Oh, Well, you know me. I am Research Andy. Nothing gets by me. So, shoot. Anyway, I was thinking that since senatorial candidate Newport is on the executive board running management.
Hey, shh. I said I'm saving that for the meeting. Do me a favor and look surprised when I announce it. Newport's coming in at the top of the meeting, and I don't want him thinking I spoiled the news before he had the chance. Can you do that for me? Research Andy?
Yes, sir.
Good. Peter? Soy milk? All right, folks, you know what day it is.
A Monday, sir.
Yes, Peter. Folks, today is not only the day you will dazzle me with new pitches that'll send our sales through the roof, but it is also our first day under new management. I would like to introduce Harold Newport, Executive Board Member of Newport Sons & Co. and Illinois' next senator.
Hello, everyone. It is a pleasure to be here. I wanted to come by today and meet each and every one of you individually. But, as I'm aware, we have busy schedules, so I'll get right to it. Newport Sons & Co. is a company of and for the people of Chicago. And now this newspaper, the Chicago Offering, will be as well. But what exactly are we offering? You. What are you offering?
The weather?
Great! You! What are you offering?
Hard-hitting looks at controversial
You see,
subjects.
that's the problem. Why be controversial when you could be for everyone? What I'm trying to say is, let's mend, not offend, right? That's the Newport family motto, you know.
Thank you, Mr. Newport.
No, thank all of you, and let me finish with this. America was built on leaders and readers. So let's lead our readers to greatness.
All right, folks, settle down. Now, I know we are all just thrilled, but let me clarify and emphasize what he means. The Chicago Offering is now a paper for all readers. That means no more controversial grandstands or liberal op-eds. Nick, looking at you. We want articles everyone can relate to, articles everyone can enjoy, and articles that I and Mr. Newport have approved. So, I will be cracking down on assignments. Write what I tell you, or both of our butts are on the line, and I know none of us want that.
Harrington, come on. This is a paper. We have a responsibility to write what people need to know.
Nick, don't argue with me. I am just doing my job. Yep, we got bought by Newport Sons & Co. The guys upstairs have made their vision clear, so no divisive mumbo-jumbo. Our new motto starts today. We're a well-oiled machine when you write what I say. Got it? Now pitch.
Kylie Jenner got a facelift.
Mitch McConnell did the same.
Hop in.
Kids are getting dumber. I think Instagram's to blame.
Travel.
Glamping destination.
Weather.
It's still cold.
Okay, sports.
The Bulls are throwing their last few games, so next year's draft will go their way.
Go.
We know the Bulls have been a flop this whole year. They lose, it hurts fans, but it's becoming very clear that they are throwing their games on purpose. It's a mess.
Chad, that sounds great. Now get the coach to confess. Oh, but what about what I assigned you last week? You said it would be done so editors could take a peek.
Oh well, spring training with the Cubbies, nothing new, that's a snore. But if you run with my lead, you'll see our readership soar.
So, just to be clear, you don't have the article I assigned you.
Well, no,
Good
sir.
answer, Chad. You know, I'm coming to the conclusion we no longer have room here for people who can't follow basic instructions. I need a team that will listen to me. Respect my precious time.
Harrington, I think you're overreacting.
No. You're just not getting it. Let me put it in terms you'll understand. If this is a news team, I'm head coach right here. You listen to coach or wave goodbye to your career. So champ, you're off the roster. Clear your desk by end of day. We're a well-oiled machine without you in the way. You're fired.
Harrington, man,
I do not have time for second chances. I've got a paper to write. Clear your desk and visit HR. This meeting no longer concerns you. Folks, this is the bullpen. That means yes, you fight for your ideas with all you got, but when I assign you a story, you write that story. Period. Now, would anyone like to join Chad? Good. Now, can someone bring us back with a great pitch? I need something that'll cheer me up.
I think I've got just the thing you're looking for, boss.
All right. Shoot.
The paper got acquired by the Newports, right? And Harold Newport just announced his Senate bid last night. So if we want to keep the vision of the new guys upstairs, I could cover his race so that our interests are theirs.
Now, that's just what I'm looking for. Don't mean to interrupt. Hey, Nick! Run with her lead. Just play nice, nothing corrupt.
Wait, hold up, boss. I gave you just what you need. Don't you think it's time that I should write my own lead?
You've only been here a year. This one goes to the vet.
He's only been here 2 months longer and worked half as much, I bet.
Oh, it's not personal, Andy. He's the politics guy.
Oh, so guy versus gal, not the politics is fine.
Hey, calm
No,
down.
This happens every week. I bring in pitches, I prepare, but because I'm a...
Elizabeth, you take this. That fair? Let's keep moving. Can't afford to lose our pace, so call your mom and wipe that look right off your face, cause it's an uphill battle that we're fighting every day. We're a well-oiled machine when
We write what you say.
we're a well-oiled machine when
We write what you say. We're a well-oiled machine when we write
what I
say.
back to work.
Thank you, sir. I won't let you down.
Mr. Harrington,
No, I do not have time to argue today, Andy. There's too much to
all
do.
due respect, sir, I don't get it. I've pitched everything you could possibly want. Arts, sports, opinion pieces, left-wing politics, right-wing politics. I mean, what is it going to take for you to finally let me write a winning piece?
Ah, I see. A winning piece. Well, 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 you are in luck. Been sitting on this one for a while. It has come to my attention that streets across the city are changing their names in order to honor some of the important people who helped shape our country. 88th to Roosevelt Street, 47th to North Hamilton, and so
street
forth.
signs? Are you
I
kidding me?
immediately thought of you. It would be impossible to give this article to anyone else. I need a writer who is focused, committed, and great at research.
But, sir,
Check out the archives down at the obituary office. It'll be a good place to start gathering some information on some of these dead guys.
the obit office.
I'll make a
is
call
so-
down to one of those undertakers to help you out. Is that phone of yours always going off?
It's just my mom, sir.
Well, silence it. I need that on my desk by Friday.
I got it right this time, Uncle. Oh, I mean, Mr. Harrington. No soy milk, just cows. Extra cows, even.
Where's the straw, Peter?
Oh, well, they don't really do those. I'm so sorry, sir. I absolutely understand.
Hey,
and I-
intern!
Yes?
I'm writing the headline this week. You know what that means?
Do hours of research and have it on your desk by tomorrow?
Exactly, you're learning.
You kidding me?
Excuse me?
You definitely should have had my back in there, but you just didn't at all.
What do you expect me to do?
I don't know, stand up for me?
Look, I like you and all, but I'm not about to turn down a great article like that. Nick did, and I don't see you getting all mad at
Okay,
him.
you know what I mean. You, more than anyone, should have had my back in there.
Andy, I've been here for 6 years. You've been here for 1. Take my advice. Play the game for once. Do what Harrington says. Look, we both know it's not an even playing field here, but just stick it out. Eventually, you'll be at the right place at the right time, and you'll get what you want. It works for me.
No, but I'm tired of waiting and writing these pieces that no one else wants to write.
Well, you better, because Harrington's not playing around with firing people. And if you got fired, I'd be the only woman writer left in this office, and that would be my own personal brand of hell. So, just write the article he gave you. Okay?
Street signs. After busting my ass for almost a year, street every step met with stop. Every green turned to red. Every path pulled apart, all before a word's been said. No, this isn't right. After all of the tests and trials I've been through, this can't be right. I deserve so much more, and all of them knew that I've got a gift. There are words just waiting to flow, like a river blocked and dammed. I've been held back, but even so, I can't fall behind. I can't get stuck, and I can't waste my time reflecting, regretting. Oh no, that's not me. I'm not a face in the crowd, just losing and letting my life pass by. Won't stand still 'cause I'm moving forward. What happens now? Do I dig through the streets and pray that there's more? What happens now? Juggle numbers and names, oh God, what a bore. Well, if that's what you want, fine, I'll give it my all, just wait. No distractions, no delays, I'll turn this crap into something great. I won't fall behind, I won't get stuck, I can't just live my life simply surviving. Oh no, that's not me. I'm not just getting back up, I'm soaring, I'm striving for one more try. Won't stand still 'cause I'm moving forward. Oh, I know my future's right on track. Just move ahead and never, never look back. I can't look back. No matter what they think of me, no matter what Mom says I can't be, somehow I'll make them see that I won't fall behind. I won't get stuck. I'm not afraid, I'm not scared. I'm ready, oh God. This is me, this is me. I won't fall behind, I won't get stuck, and I can't waste my time reflecting, regretting. Oh no, that's not me. I'm not a face in the crowd, I'm making my own life one step at a time. I won't stand still 'cause I'm moving forward.
I can't believe we just did that.
If Ed Harrington wants a straw, then by golly, I'm gonna get Ed Harrington a straw.
Do you really think we needed so many, though? What if the other customers need...
It's Starbucks, Olive. There's 2 on every block.
Peter, think about the environmental impact.
I know, but it's either the sea turtles or me. Let's go.
All right, Harrington, you want a street sign article? Here's a street sign article. Breaking news! Chicago street signs are being rechristened with the names of American heroes such as Alexander Hamilton Street. Great. J.D. Rockefeller Avenue. Cool. Woodrow Wilson Way. Are you kidding me? It would be impossible to give this assignment to anyone but you. Really? Let's see. Ida B. Wells Drive. Ida B. Wells. Ida B. Wells. Ida B. Wells. Aha. Ida B. Wells. Leader, educator, investigative journalist, co-owner of the newspaper The Free Speech. Equal and exact justice should be accorded to every citizen of whatever race who finds a home within the borders of the land of the free.
Virtue knows no color line, and the chivalry which depends upon the complexion of skin and texture of hair should be admonished.
It is beautiful, Miss Ada.
Should be admonished? No, that's not the right word.
I think admonished is perfect. It makes the final line sound impressive.
Well, this paper isn't here for me to sound impressive, Charlotte. It's for the people. Now, what do I always say?
Never use a word of 3 syllables where 2 would do.
Exactly.
So what should I write about this week, Miss Ada?
Well, what's calling you?
I don't know. I've heard stories about sharecroppers not getting paid their fair share, but nobody's doing anything about that.
Well, the people must know before they can act, and there isn't a better educator than the press. Write about it. Bring it to people's attention.
Mail for free speech.
Oh, Tommy, I didn't think we'd see you today.
You think I'd forget my favorite mail stop?
I thought you'd be at your new store.
Calvin and Will are doing fine running the store during the day. Besides, I missed you.
Thomas Moss, homeowner, president of the People's Grocery, and letter carrier. Miss me, I'm blushing.
How's the wife, Moss?
Oh, Betty's great, but my daughter Maureen couldn't stop asking about her Miss Ada. You know your goddaughter loves you something fierce.
I was only in Georgia for 2 days.
And already you're taking off again, leaving for Mississippi in 10 minutes.
You're not spending one night in Memphis.
Oh, don't give me that look. Charlotte's doing a great job running the paper from here. And meanwhile, in Mississippi, they're trying to pass a $2 poll tax in order to stop our people from being able to vote or serve on a jury. I mean, someone needs to write about the injustices in the world.
But what about everything happening here?
Like what, more decaying schools and segregated streetcars?
More than that. There ain't a thing around here that I ain't seen. Fever, famine, everything in between. And through it all, this town keeps on standing. Sure, the river ain't what it was before. These streets still bear signs of war. But look close enough, you'll see what I see. This town has got a kind of beat. You can feel it under your feet. And the feet that walk these streets, that's what makes this town complete. Every day you notice something different. On every corner of every block you see some small sign of change. And as day turns to night, you see its people smiling bright. And there's a million different stories happening every day in this old place.
Look, I know what's happening in my own town. The free speech writes about the problems in Memphis every single day.
What if we could write about the good stuff, too? Look at Mr. Goldman's brand new store. There's 7 or 8 new shops.
What for? It doesn't mean that things are changing for the better. The Orpheum's in disarray, and Clay Street School.
We'll fix it all someday, but Ida, please believe me. Just take a look. You ever seen Miss Thompson smile? Admit it, it's been a while.
And Mr. Joseph striding his stuff. Times are hard, but sure enough, every day you'll notice something different.
You don't have to be a genius to see some small sign of change.
Okay, so maybe you're right, but there's still so much to fight. There's a million different struggles happening every day in this old place. Just the other day, Harris's little boy Alma got in a fight over a game of marbles. Marbles.
I'm not saying things are peachy keen, but we can't look at life like the glass is half empty.
Hell, there's barely a glass. Don't you see that something's wrong? Don't you know there's something greater this can be? How can you just move along? Why can't anyone see what I see? You have such hope, but that's not me. How do you do it?
Ida, we can't keep living our days in fear. Things are changing. We gotta start looking at the light at the end of the tunnel. Give it time. You'll see it too. And every day you notice something different. With a little hope in time, you'll see some small sign of change. And as day turns to night, hold on tight to that shining light.
Free speech. More like cheap spit. Who's the man in charge?
Woman in charge, actually. How can I help you, sir?
Should have known some black rats worked here. You know, some people say for all the lies you write, you should be burned at the stake.
What do you want, Barrett?
Ah, Moss. Just the man I was looking for. Went down to the little store to look for you, but your worthless friend said I could find you here. Came to tell you, looks like I'm going to be on grocery in the curve once again. Got a newspaper friend of mine to finally publish the truth about your store.
Drinking, gambling, this is slander. I run a legitimate business and you know it. It's your store that's got all the thieves and thugs coming and going at all hours of the night.
Oh, they're just some friends of mine. Maybe you'll meet them someday. Have a good day, y'all.
Tommy.
This article won't do nothing. I got a solid reputation. Everyone knows it.
I don't care about the article. I care about you. I mean, the curve is outside city limits. There's no police protection there. Anything can happen, and I bet that white man will find a way to say it was legal.
Everyone at the curve either belongs to my church or the lodge. I'll be safe there.
We've done this before, and we'll do it again. We'll be all right.
How can you be so sure?
Well, it's a bit early, but Betty's pregnant.
Oh,
Tommy,
congratulations,
that's wonderful.
Tom.
Why would God give me another child if he didn't know things were gonna get better?
Every day I'll notice something changing. On every corner of every block, I'll see some small sign of hope. And as day turns to night, there's a light that's shining bright. When I come home, I'll see the changes happening every day in this old place.
Excuse me?
You scared me.
I'm sorry.
I'm Sam Samuelson. I know, yikes. I'm the junior editor here in the obit department. You're looking for me, I assume?
Not especially, no.
Oh, okay. Well, my boss said that someone would be coming down to pick up obits for the street naming article.
Yes, actually, that is me. Hi, I'm Andy. Journalist.
Well, Andy, journalist, you've come to the right place. An auspicious start. I am here, ready to help. Although, I must warn you, obituaries are not for the faint of heart. Welcome to Obits. I guess I'll be your tour guide. A couple ground rules first I have to mention. Cell phone on vibrate. Drink your coffee outside, but three's the most important, so please pay attention. Remember you'll die, remember you'll go, remember we all end up below, in a comfortable hole in the ground, with your friends and your family around. Remember you'll die.
I'm sorry. What?
Well, you didn't think we were nothing but doom and gloom down here all the time, did you?
You have to keep it light down here or else you lose your mind.
Yeah, it keeps us balanced.
After all. Memento mori is my rallying cry, a simple ideology. Hey Sam, remember you'll die. Why waste your life in a ball of stress when we're all pawns in a cosmic game of chess? I don't care what you say. Let death get me any day. I'd rather be that way. remember you'll die. I don't mean to spoil, but you'll shuffle off this mortal coil. That by no means should come as a shock. So why tune out the tick of the clock? It's only your life, and these are the terms. You're gonna end up as food for worms. And if the atom bomb kills us tonight, I will cheer as my vision goes wide. Remember, you'll die.
Cool. Thank you so much. I gotta get back to my office. I just
Death is the greatest equalizer of all. It flattens all of us, the giant and the very small.
And sure, it sucks when it's close to you.
But for every one of those, there's 5 assholes who try drinking gasoline.
Or we're anti-vaccine.
Do you know what I mean? All right, we're gonna dance for you. All together, boys! Remember, you'll die. And I will be the first one on the scene, asking, what did your life really mean? And then you're not dead, a name on my desk. Your life got the fun and the grotesque. I will offer it up to the light, so you'd better be living it right. Remember, you'll die. Memento mori.
With your friends and your family around.
Remember, you'll die. Remember, you'll waste. But that doesn't mean you get erased. Unless you silently go to your grave before doing something someone wants to save. Memento mori means that every story has to end before long. Is that so wrong? You seem all right, pal. Maybe I'll write you down after you die.
Wow, that's flattering, I guess.
I meant every word. Anyway, here are the obituaries for all those dead guys the streets are being named after.
Wait a second. Where is Ida B. Wells?
I'm sorry?
Ida B. Wells, there's a street being named after her too, but her obit's not in here.
Huh, I guess we don't have hers.
What? What do you mean you don't have it?
Maybe it was never written?
How is that possible? She was like a civil and women's rights hero and an incredibly talented writer too.
Huh, I'm not sure.
Has it always been all men who work down here?
I guess so. Why?
Nothing.
No.
It just makes sense, right? A lack of female obituaries and all male writers, it kind of checks out.
Huh, I guess I never noticed that before.
Yeah. Well, now you know. Thank you for the info, Sam. I gotta go.
Yeah, sure, anytime. Good luck! Unless you silently go to your grave before doing something someone wants to save.
I'm putting the Bulls on the front page, and that's final. Let's remember who the actual sports writer is here.
You put the Bulls before the Cubs, and this town never takes you seriously again.
This is a basketball town.
It's not 1992 anymore, Gus. People love their Cubbies.
Yeah, this coming from the guy who struck out not once, but 3 times in the company softball game. Hey, what's up, Andy?
Oh, hey, Andy. Oh. Hey, your phone's been dinging off the hook.
Yeah, thank you.
Everything okay?
Yeah. The Bulls suck this year, Gus. You go with the Cubs.
See, I told you, and it's not my fault. I have a big torso, large strike zone.
All right, Ida B. Wells. How am I supposed to write an article about someone that has no obituary? Oh my God, there's no stopping her, is there? I know you're ignoring my calls. I haven't heard from you all day. Hello, Andy. I know you're there. Why aren't you answering me? Hello? Andy?
Andy? Why aren't you answering me?
I'm just caught up in my thoughts.
Well, I just asked if you think we should bring the vase with us to the hospital or not.
Will Grandma really care?
Will she care?
Mom, I have something
This
important
vase
to
is my
tell
mom's
you.
favorite.
It's
Did
good
you know it
news.
used to be the centerpiece of our
It's
home?
good news
It would
after
sit in the middle
everything
of our
we've been
dining
through.
room table, and my mom would fill it with new flowers
an interview,
every
Mom.
single
It's
day.
an interview with
Flowers
a
she
news-
would clip fresh from our own garden.
Mom, can you-
I used to help her with them, and we once made these
You're
window
impossible.
boxes. Excuse me?
He once made these window boxes that fit a dozen flowers each because as long as you can smell the flowers, you'll always find your way home, right? You've told me that before. I have something to tell you.
Well, it can wait. Your grandma needs us at the hospital. Go pick some more flowers out in the yard for the vase. We leave in 5.
Hey, Andy, we're going to Sluggers for a drink. Do you want to come?
Sorry, I can't. I have this thing. I just want to do some more research on my piece, so.
God, I can't wait till I have a piece and I get to turn down social invitations. You're so cool, Andy.
Thank you, I guess.
Dear Miss Ada, I'm sure the news will have already reached you by the time you read this, but I wanted to write to you myself and make sure that you know the truth. Yesterday, Barrett and his men attacked People's Grocery, and Tommy, Calvin, and Will were arrested because they fought back. Sometime in the night, they were taken from their jail cells and shot a mile out of town. We are all distraught. There have been riots in the streets, and the town is in chaos. Miss Ada, I'm scared. Memphis needs you. Please come home soon. Sincerely, Charlotte.
All aboard! From Natchez, Mississippi to Memphis, Tennessee. Not you, Miss Wells.
And why not? I've used my press pass hundreds of times.
Just come from Memphis. It's not safe. There are riots in the streets, buildings being ransacked, all because
of the lynching, I know. There hasn't been a lynching in Memphis since the Civil War.
The mob has singled you out in particular. People are watching your house. They say if you ever go back to Memphis, they'll kill you too.
Well, maybe I can take one of those lynchers with me. That'll even up the score a little
Ida,
bit.
please. It's impossible.
Well, what am I supposed to do? Stay here and do nothing like a rat in a trap? Sit alone in my room and write?
I can't let you go back to Memphis. But if you write, I can make sure your words get there.
My friends, my friends, my heart aches that I am not there with you. My God, oh God, my feet are on the ground, but what else can I do? In the darkest night pierces everything we hold dear. When the rain falls and the smoke rises high, nothing's clear, nothing's clear. They saw the light, they held their heads high, and when the storms roared, they laughed till they saw blue skies. They held on tight, they never backed down, and when trouble came knocking, they ran it out of town. They wanted more, they knew there was more. Calvin, Will, Tommy, why did you have to be so damn kind? I should have stayed. I wish I stayed for all that you are. How could you have been so blind? You leave a hole that my pen and my paper can't fill. I saw the sky start to fall. I did all that I could to warn you. But still, you saw the light, you held your head high, and when the storm starts to roar, you laughed till you saw blue skies. You held on tight, you never backed down, and when trouble came knocking, you ran it out of town. You wanted more, you knew there was more. My dear people of Memphis, a tragedy has struck our community. 3 great men, Thomas Moss, Calvin McDowell, and William Stewart, have been taken from us. And there's nothing we can do about the lynching now, as we are outnumbered and without arms. There's only one thing left that we can do. Save our money and leave a town that will neither protect our lives and property, nor give us a fair trial in the courts. Memphis may be our home, but we can make a new home elsewhere. A home where we'll be safe, where we'll thrive, and from where we can fight back. And look for the light, hold our heads high, and when the storm starts to roar, we laugh till we see blue skies. Hold on tight, never back down, and when trouble comes knocking, we run it out of town. United we stand, you and me, hand in hand. Say goodbye, say goodbye. Defend the cause of our right. I'll right all these wrongs with their light.
Well, good morning to you too, Andy journalist. Let me grab some of these for you.
Thank you. That'll teach me not to walk and read at the same time.
My God, I just love 7 a.m. It truly is the most wonderful time of day, don't you think? Sky clear, air fresh, a sense of purpose waiting to be discovered.
Yep, well, I'm already late, so I gotta go, but,
Wait, you forgot your papers.
Okay, there's gotta be something I can work with here, right? Let's see. Jean Gerbiel. Never heard of her, and of course, yep, no obituary on file, right.
Hi, Andy. How have you been?
Jean Gerbiel, American mathematician and cryptanalyst who founded the Venona Project, which was, a top secret government program responsible for capturing multiple Soviet spies during World War II. Wow, go Jean.
Andy, a response, please?
Jean initially worked as a home economics teacher when she moved from...
You can't ignore me forever.
From rural Virginia to Arlington to work for the government for a job
Just answer me.
She originally knew nothing about. Jean left her parents at home when she moved.
Andy?
She left her
Andy?
Jean left her parents at home.
Andy?
Mom! I can't work when you keep talking to me like that.
Well, what are you working on?
My writing sample for the newspaper. The interview went really well, so they want it by the end of the day.
You never told me you had an interview.
Yep, I did.
How come we never talk anymore? When I was your age, I was so close with my mom. As soon as I graduated college.
Yep, you moved home when you joined her in her gardening business where you worked side by side every day. Yep, you've told me all this already, so.
Well, did I tell you that the hospital called to say your grandma's breast cancer's gotten worse? This is not the time to be taking a new job, Andy. Now more than ever, I need you here.
So you'd have to move away.
To Arlington, but I don't know if I can go yet. The girls in the school...
We'll be just fine with another home economics teacher, Jean.
We'll do just fine without me, Mom.
But Dad, I know nothing about this job. Frankie Rowlett did say it was classified, but he has a habit of blowing all kinds of smoke. And besides, my job here is safe and stable.
Well, do you want to go?
What's that supposed to mean?
I don't know anyone in Arlington.
I'm just saying...
With Mom in the hospital and you taking some new job, I'll be all alone.
I'm just going to be a secretary. What else could I be needed for?
We live in the same house and we barely speak.
I know.
Your mother and I will always be here if you decide to come home.
Will you ever want to come home again?
I know.
Mom, you have to listen to me.
I'll just be pushing papers.
Yes, the job is far away, but...
Surrounded by people who are at the top of their game.
I will be working alongside some of the best journalists in the country.
People who are in constant communication with our commanders overseas, right in the thick of
These
it.
are people with 1,000 readers each who could possibly get my name out there.
God, I want to be there.
But Andy...
It was a good interview, Mom. And if they offer me the job, Mom...
Dad, I'm going to take it. Well, I'm off. Finally leaving this sheltered town where my job's always pinned me down. It's time I pack up and depart. Farewell to Rose Hill. Soon enough my life will expand. Moving forward, it's all unplanned. But watch out, I'm ready to start. Rose Hill is all I've ever known, but it's time for a change of pace. And so I'm taking a cue, a chance to prove what I can do, though I'll be stuck pushing papers. At least it's something new. Bum, 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 bum,
Good morning, ladies. We're now going to take a test. Please no chit-chatting.
A test? I thought I was just here to be a secretary.
This test will determine if you're mentally capable of completing the decoding tasks required at this institution. It is math and logic based. None of your answers should be negative numbers. Of course, we're not expecting too much, so just give it your best shot. Raise your hand when you finish. Go.
What? Just start? I don't know what I'm doing. How come they know what they're doing? Oh God, what am I doing here? Frank said, top secret. But I did not expect a test. Not prepped, but I'll try my best. If only he'd just been more clear. I'm not sure I'm cut out for this place. Everyone around me seems so focused. It's astounding. My heart's pounding, but I can't shake this smile from my face. Come on, Jean, think. It's just numbers. You get numbers. Use what you know and they'll find the missing link. First step, line up each digit pair. Take the bottom ones from the top. Subtract a 9 from a 3. Wait, move a 1. Yes, that's the key. And I won't have to push papers. Who knows what I can be? Done.
Don't tell me you gave up that fast. It isn't that hard. Oh, it's correct. You finished with remarkable speed. Not many people are able to problem solve that quickly. Congratulations, you'll be joining our team as a decoder immediately.
You mean for the war?
Miss Gabriel, this is the headquarters for the Signal Intelligence Agency. Here at Arlington Hall, we intercept coded enemy messages. You'll be working as a cryptanalyst to decipher them and pass them on to American military personnel.
How do I decipher these messages?
That's up to you to figure out. No one's been able to crack them yet. Each code starts with a string of random letters. The goal is to look for repeated combinations of letters across several messages. It's all about discovering patterns. That should give you an entry point to the message as a whole.
Look for patterns. Okay, I can do that.
Good luck, Miss Krabeel. And remember, this is top secret. Tell no one about what you're doing here, not even your family. Loose lips sink ships after all.
Rose Hill was all I ever knew, but I've moved on to bigger things. Don't know what's in store, but I've never been so sure, and now I'll push through these papers to help us win the
Miss Krabeel, your work these past few weeks has been fantastic. You've really surpassed my expectations. We want you to be the head of a new project decrypting Soviet messages. It's called Venona, and it is extremely classified. Even here at Arlington, most people won't know about it.
Wow, I'm honored. Thank you, sir. Who's on the team?
Well, that's up to you. And Miss Krabeel, remember you're saving lives here.
Hey, guys. So I was just talking to Gus, and he told me I should invite Mr. Harrington to my birthday party.
Well, if there's one thing my uncle loves, it is mini golf.
But Peter, no. That's a terrible idea.
You really think so?
Yes, Gus is just messing with you.
Oh, wait, guys, do you think he was also joking about the Intern of the Year company?
Yes.
Well, someone is officially uninvited to my birthday party.
Hey, intern!
Yes?
You, Philip,
Peter.
whatever. I told you to have the background research for the Newport story on my desk by 3 p.m. today. Now, I see that fancy little watch on your wrist. I know you can read a clock. So why is it 4 p.m. and you've got nothing?
Look,
Paul.
It's still Peter.
Don't care. Maybe this kind of thing was the norm back at whatever third-rate liberal arts institution turned you out. But I'm here to tell you that this is the big leagues. The Offering is the oldest surviving publication in Chicago. The paper is 172 years old. We've survived 2 world wars, 33 presidents. It's my job to make sure we survive the incompetence of trust fund toddlers that don't know an advertorial from their own... Mr. Harrington! Good to see you. I was just reminding Peter here about the importance of meeting a deadline on time.
Good work, Elizabeth. What would we do without you?
Stop. Gotta help these interns learn everything we can, don't we? We're shaping the future journalist of tomorrow here. God help us. All right, get back to work. No one's paying you to sit around.
No one's paying us at all.
Interns, am I right?
You know, you shouldn't talk to them like that.
Did I tell you I finally snagged an interview with Newport? Thursday afternoon. I've been spending all day daydreaming about all the ways I'm gonna grill him, get him to spill some dirt on the campaign. You're clearly not listening. Is all of this research for the Chicago street signs?
Yes, kind of.
Kind of.
I'm following a lead. Yeah, I don't really know what it is yet, but, do you know how many amazing women don't have nationally published obituaries? Look, take Jean Krabeel, for example.
You're seriously not writing the street signs piece.
Oh, please, I could write that in my sleep.
Sure, but you could also be fired for not writing it. Don't ruin your career by doing something stupid.
I'm not.
Just do what you're told, and everyone will be happy. Okay?
Jean, you haven't brought me a single acceptable option.
Every member of this team is the most capable candidate for the job. I administered the tests myself.
They're young, they're unqualified, and not a single one of them is military.
And they're all women?
Jean, don't forget I'm the one who hired you.
Then you should trust me. Mildred Hayes, a degree in languages with a master's in Russian. If there's a linguistic nuance in the message, she knows about it. Gloria Forbes and Carrie Berry, the two strongest school teachers in their respective districts. Joe Miller, Joan Callahan.
This says she's a hairstylist?
Cosmetologist. I'm Angela Nanny.
She studied business and accounting at the beauty school. She learned every mathematical transformation there is just to do her job better. And that test I so impressed you on, she did it in half the time.
Fine. But you need someone military. This is Meredith Gardner. I thought he'd be a good fit for your team. He'll be able to assist you with the more soldierly aspects of your tasks. Pleased to meet you. All right, no time to warm up. Miss Grabiel's put a lot of faith in you. Prove her right.
Thank you.
Nothing to thank me for, Angie.
Half your time.
I hadn't had my coffee that morning. Word from British intelligence says there's a mole in the Manhattan Project. We're in the brute force stage. IBM punch card machines let us detect early code groups in thousands of messages. We break the code, we find the mole.
The Soviets would never be foolish enough to reuse a one-time pad.
Mildred?
June 22nd, Germany invades Russia. Entire factories in Moscow had to be packed up and moved. Chaos creates error.
We've already caught dozens of letter pairs coming in across different channels. We find 2 that match and we can start to break the code.
2. You need a depth of 3 messages, not 2. No one can do it in 2.
And yet?
Welcome to the Venona Project team, Mr. Gardner. Let's get started.
We've got some letters, so let's start.
First thing we do, tear them apart.
No, that's not right. Just take a look. There's only 10 throughout the book. Substitution cipher. Each letter is a digit.
We'll find the ones that correlate.
We keep this up, we're out by 8.
Doodly 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 doo. We gotta use brute force to crack the code. It's U to 2 and Z to 3. Pull back and reload. Oh yeah, it's brute force. We'll find our way. It's O to 0, I to 1. We've got an array. It's 9, 6, 2, 4, 5. But what does it mean? Takes brute force to crack it. It's the cipher machine.
Each code breaks down into 5-digit words. Anyone want to try?
I'll try. There's 0s, 3s, and 1s and 2s. Pair numbers up to find the clues.
Then there's pairs that start with 6. Rearranging be the fix. 9, 2, 8, 4, 1. Recall the fact each word is 5. So pairs of digits can't arrive. Doodly 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 doo. We're trying to use brute force to crack the code. There's 20 words, 100 digits. 2 is the mode. Oh yeah, it's brute force. We've hit a wall. We're stumbling through the numbers now. We've slowed to a crawl. This frequency analysis is normal routine, but brute force at work, it broke the cipher machine. Not the Caesar cipher, not the Lovert cipher, not the Foursquare cipher.
We've tried every cipher in the book. It's not gonna work.
They didn't hire us because we knew how to break codes. They hired us because we knew math.
Well, we know they use one-time pads with 2 strings of numbers. There's only so many ways those can be related.
Let's go back to basic mathematical operations. Subtraction. That's not a match, Mr. Gardner. Try again.
Cumulative. Summertime trumpet.
Try again.
Non-carrying.
The Manhattan Project.
Manhattan.
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 Manhattan. Manhattan. Manhattan. Manhattan. Manhattan. Manhattan. Manhattan. We gotta use brute force. Okay, figure out the secret, then it starts to erode into brute force. We'll find them in the messages that we guarantee. Got the whole of the Manhattan Project, all X and G.
It's all of us together. We're the cipher.
The cipher machine. There's nothing in between you and the cipher machine.
Andy. Earth to Andy.
Hey, Mr. Harrington. How can I help you?
How's the research going? Research, Andy?
Oh, it's going great. Yeah, I've been looking into the downtown portions of Congress Street being renamed after Ida B. Wells, so I've been looking into like who she was and her life and her work as a journalist.
Andy, that sounds fantastic. Knew you're the right gal for the job. You always follow the rules. It's good quality.
Yeah, well-oiled machine when we write what you say, right, sir?
Right. Anyways, get to it. Work never stops. This is the offering.
The offering? What offering? The Chicago offering? They told me they'd call today about the job, but I haven't heard from them. I really thought I was gonna get it. It just felt so right, you know? Sorry, I know that's not what you want to talk about today. It's fine. Just help me pack up her things. I'm gonna sing that filled with flowers every morning. Just because she's gone, it doesn't mean we can't still fill it. It won't be the same. Maybe it's for the best, you not getting that job. Now we can spend more time together. Well, I don't know for sure that I'm not getting it. All I'm trying to say is that if Mr. Harrington does call you, you could ask him for more time. How do you know that I interviewed with a man named Harrington? You told me. No, I didn't. Did he call here? Andy. And you answered? Mom! Andy, oh my God! Please. What did he say? What did you tell him? I got the call right after I got the message about my mom. What was I supposed to say? The job is in Chicago, Andy. Chicago, that's so far away. You never told me that. What did you tell him? Mom! I told them you needed more time. They wanted you to start in a week. How was I supposed to let you leave me that quickly? Mom! Why is it always about you? It should have been about us. No, Mom, it's always been all about you. Mom, this is what I love. Andy, you can't what I've worked and struggled. Don't leave me all alone. And if I had your love, Andy, I know I could reach for something more. I won't give up my dream. I'm not ready. Why can't you be on my team? You're not ready. Mom, stop. You're just a broken record. Spinning out of hand, not thinking straight. Skipping over my words, and even if they are heard, in your mind there's no debate. You don't care. never gonna be like you, okay? I have to be doing something with my life.
What do you think I do exactly?
No. You sit at home, you arrange flowers, you constantly remind me what a terrible daughter I am. You refuse to do anything meaningful with your life because you're so terrified of being alone.
Go ahead. Take the job. You'll see how hard it is to live without me.
I bet I do better. I bet I have a headline within a year.
And he promised no headline, and you're gone. I'll let you go a year, not one day more. But don't come crying to me when you catch on. It's an impossible dream, and nothing more.
Congrats, Mom. Now you really are alone.
We're just a broken record with a scratch beyond repair. Come a year and she'll see she should have listened to me, though a drive like hers is rare.
How's Hawaii? You got a good story for the travel section?
Hawaii was just my vacation time. My article's on Monaco.
Isn't it all sort of vacation?
Here we go again.
I'm just saying, you only go to great places. How is that even a job?
Please, all this coming from a guy who writes about movies for a living.
At least it makes sense for me to work in an office. The definition of your job is to not be here. Why do you even need a window desk?
I need someplace comfy to sit while I read your next Fast and Furious
Hey,
review.
can you guys take this somewhere else? Because I got to get some work done in here. Can I help you?
A warm welcome as always, Andy journalist.
I'm not in the mood, Sam.
You know, I have never heard of any Chicago streets being named after Ada Lovelace.
You went through my papers?
You dropped them. Plus, it was a slow news day. I'm just
Lovely.
bored.
Well, is that all? Because I really need to get back to work on this street sign article.
You know, some of the women I read about, they're pretty cool. It's a shame I wasn't alive to write about their deaths. Oh well, you can't change the past. So many women overlooked through the years. Missing obits are enough to bring me close to tears. Think of the stories that the news could have penned, but at this point there's just no chance we can amend.
But you know, the problem isn't just that these women were forgotten in death, right? All of them, they were overlooked in their lives, too. Look, Ada Lovelace, Clara Schumann, Emily Warren Roebling, Cicieretta Jones, Ana Mendieta, Ruby Payne Scott, and so many women still are. This isn't just some tragedy of the past.
Okay, but the obit office can't waste their time with people that died 200 years ago. We'll get so behind.
You already are. Look, this is Ada Lovelace, first to see the potential of computers.
Way before their design, I combined art and science, a vast array of numbers to refine.
And Clara Schumann.
As a child, I composed a whole concerto. Playing sections by heart set me apart, and at 18, my piece was honored as a work of art.
This is Emily Warren Roebling.
I helped build the Brooklyn Bridge, though this project was extreme. Without fear, I led the team.
Yet they're forgotten, overlooked, left out of all our history books.
I really should be getting back. I can't spend too much time with the living.
So many women, so little in ink. The world was looking backwards, refusing to blink. But now my eyes are open and know which direction to go. What can I do now that I know?
You know, I'm starting to think you care about dead people more than I do, and that's honestly shocking.
You don't get it.
Andy, they were cool and all, but I have to write what I'm told, just like you. I'm sorry, but their time's
I know, but their
passed.
names shouldn't be.
Okay,
No, listen
but-
to me. This is Sissieretta Jones.
Toward the nation and the world, a black soprano kept off the opera stage. Though I sang at the White House, my story never made it to the page.
This is Ana Mendieta.
Used modern art to challenge gender boundaries, but never gained any fame. I explored human nature. My legacy died out just like my name.
Who's next?
This is Ruby Payne Scott.
I discovered the black hole, though I redefined space. I'm a forgotten face.
I can't believe I was so blind. All of these people left behind.
So many women, so little innate. So we're both about change, but we're far from the brink.
They all made a difference. Who cares that they died long ago? What can I do now that I know?
Oh, I don't mean to state the obvious here, but, you know, why don't you write about these women? You are a writer.
No, but I can't. I mean, I think I can't. I mean, it's not what I pitched, and even if I pitched it, you know, an article about women, it would never get approved, and I'm trying to get a headline.
And?
You don't get it.
Try me.
Look around in the news. I'm just a single voice in the fray. There's no fight, their birthright trumps again. I have found in the news, if I act up, I'm cast away. They grip tight, hold their right to the pen.
If you stop now, you're helping their case. They pick which stories take up the space.
They pick which voices they can erase. But not mine, not mine. I'll remake the timeline, putting women in the headline. Yeah, I'll write it. I mean, I have to write it, right? But I could use your help.
Me?
Yeah, I don't have the first clue how to write an obituary.
Well, I do have a plethora of knowledge.
Great. So you're in?
I'm highly considering it.
So many women, so little innate. But we must not look backwards, it's time to rethink. With words on the page, we can change how the future will go. So what will you do?
I'll team up with you.
We'll go see this through. Now that we
straws again, but Harrington, sir, as I tried to explain to you yesterday, and again the day before.
I don't care. Look, I have a paper to put together in a few hours, and if I can't have my damn coffee...
I'll get you something else right away, sir. Also...
What?
So I need a letter of recommendation...
Peter!
...for this. I know, whoa, my anxiety's contagious. And I know, whoa, that this happens every week. But I throw, whoa, everything I know right out the window. My uncle gets so mad he can barely speak.
I know, whoa, that the news cycle's brutal. I can't take it anymore. Let it go, whoa. All the people here are tense. But I'm so, whoa, on edge from all the almost screaming. I don't engage, dude, use your common sense.
Yeah, crunch time is upon us. Shield your eyes and hit the deck. Yeah, crunch time is upon us. Everyone's a nervous wreck. Yeah, crunch time is upon us.
Keep your head down, do your work.
Harrington's a jerk, it's crunch time.
Look, 7 women is great and all, but I really want to show the pattern of it all, you know?
Well, I don't know. I'd say 7 women is a pretty big pattern.
No, Sam, it's not enough. Are you taking this seriously? This is important.
I know, whoa, that this project is important. And you know, whoa, that I'm always on your team.
But we're slow, too slow at finding women we can research. Can the project ever be more than a dream?
We're gonna need some serious help finding some more names.
Okay, well, do you have anyone you could email?
Don't look at me. All my favorite people are dead.
Okay, maybe I have someone that I... Well, to be honest, I don't really have anyone that I could email. So let's go, whoa, and grab ourselves a couple interns. Yeah, let them know, whoa, what this article will be. Win them all over with your intense, infectious spirit. And besides, we know that they'll all work for free. Go!
Yeah, crunch time is upon us.
Are you sick of your routine?
Yeah, crunch time is upon us.
Wanna stop fetching caffeine?
Yeah, crunch time is upon us.
That sounds at all like you.
Then meet us
In conference room 2.
It's crunch time.
Okay, so in conclusion, don't think of this so much as a collection of obituaries. No, think of it as more of a creative storytelling project, right? A way to update the historical record to better reflect the very real, the very tangible accomplishments of these brilliant women that, you know, the offering, for one reason or another, didn't think were quite worthy of being memorialized. Yeah, Olive.
Does Harrington know you're doing this?
No.
Why should we help you? You may be too important to fire, but any of us is gone the second we so much as breathe funny.
Don't you want to do something more cool? I mean, more meaningful than what you're doing right now?
No, Olive's right. I'm so replaceable, my dear boss. Either never learned my name or forgot. I'm so replaceable if I leave. Like a million college grads want my spot.
I'm so replaceable. I can't act up.
No, Peter, Olive, Jaden, please, come on.
You know Harrington's motto. We're a well-oiled machine when we do what he says. This job is the first step in my career. I can't have it be my last.
You're not replaceable. No, I think you're just misused. But I know how bad you wanna make the news. It's why you've made it here now. What can you lose? Please, come on, there's something, there's someone that's the reason you want to be a journalist, right? I've been holding on to mine ever since I got to the paper, and I know I have to write this, but I need your help, right, to make it bigger and better than myself.
Oh, it beats getting yelled at over straws.
work.
Interns, where's the coffee?
Gotta give you a source. You don't do. Hey, with this, I told you.
All right, let's see what we've got. Ada Lovelace.
Got it.
How about Sissy Retta Jones?
Me.
Oh, yeah, perfect. Julie Daubigny.
Baby!
Wait, sorry, who?
Okay, Julie Daubigny. She was born 1673, died 1707. French swordswoman and opera singer. Wow.
What? That can't be real.
Known for her tumultuous life and torrid career, including multiple affairs with some of Paris's most eligible men and women.
Okay, we've got to put her in.
Yeah, no kidding.
To Julie.
To Julie! Dare I say the most talented student I've ever had under my tutelage.
If my math is correct, today's lesson marks 14 wins for the student and none for her master.
You've surpassed even me.
Story of my life. This place it's cozy.
Romantic, don't you think?
Dalbert, you've been a good teacher, and I do appreciate having a good friend who is so...
Julie Daubigny, the first time I saw you, a woman of class and dignity, I was struck first by your eyes, blue like the watery depths of a well that hides untold secrets and passions.
I need another drink. Strongest thing you've got.
Same thing happened to me earlier tonight.
You have a sword fighting instructor?
I guess it was a little different, but you know men. They don't know how to deal with rejection. My name's Isabel.
Julie, pleasure to meet you. Isabel.
Likewise. Shall we? So swordplay. That's not very proper for a lady.
Oh, you don't strike me as a lady who believes in proper.
I believe in a lot of things. For instance, I believe most people who carry around a sword are fighting something. What are you fighting?
Expectations, I suppose. But tell me, Isabel, why is it when people see me, even if they already know me, they seem to think that I'm out to make a statement by following my passions? I happen to love the sword, just like any man might, except no one questions them.
Perhaps that's because you've got something special.
It doesn't mean I have to fight for anything.
You don't. But maybe you should. Without a cause, what good is a sword?
Well, it does make me look quite striking.
You don't need a sword for that.
What? You sinners!
You see, Dalbert, this is what happens when you teach women the arts of man.
This harlot sullies both your name and God's with her transgressions.
I will turn you in, and you will be punished for this, by the law.
How about we settle this like men?
Impossible. You're just a woman.
It looks like it comes down to 1 versus 3. 3 big, strong men and little old me. They want to put me in my place, so what am I to do but punch them in the face? They say that a woman is lesser, that man is her natural oppressor. When I land a blow, I'm sure that you'll know it's time you should name a successor. If that is the best you can do to tame this terrible shrew, just try to command no sword in your hand. We'll try again. When you come to, first step, draw him in, then stop thrust, skewer him with a grin. Use murderous skills, make merciless kills. Take charge, take the upper hand, take off his wife's wedding band, cut the manhood off the knight. That's how a lady should fight.
Impressive.
I'm impressed you stuck around.
I wanted to see you in action.
Come now, Julie. You're smarter than this. You think you can beat me, the master, but my moves are still a hair faster. So let's see how you'd fare when dueling my pair. On guard, Claude and Pierre.
Oh, how cute. It's not just bravado, or swashbuckle swagger. I am a ruffian, rough and ready for another round. Pour one out! First step, draw him in, then stop thrust, skewer him with a grin. Use murderous skills, make merciless kills. Take charge, take the upper hand, take off his wife's wedding band. Disembowel, don't be polite. That's how a lady should fight. Pity, I'd hoped to at least break a sweat.
The night's still young. Trouble with the law, that's a shame. I was just starting to like you.
Have a little faith. I'll find you when I sort out this misunderstanding.
It's unbelievable. She's
a badass?
Terrifying. We have our next obituary to write, guys.
Dibs. I called dibs. So that's how it ended? Julie was just beheaded or something? Well, apparently she later changed careers and became the star of the Paris Opera.
Well, sometimes I think about changing careers.
She's a freaking superstar. How'd she convince the king not to kill her?
Well, you could say he was a fan.
Which brings us to our final summation. 3 accounts of public dueling coupled with the physical distress of 3 noblemen and the public display of affection of someone of the same sex, which we all know is punishable by death. Mademoiselle d'Aubigny, what do you have to say for yourself?
Well, I do it all again. Humiliating, disrespectful ingrates, well, you should be thanking me.
Well, all right then.
I, like everyone else, wish to respect your mighty laws. Oh, and dueling is dirty business, though. I suppose I wouldn't know exactly what it's like, considering, well, I've never lost a duel in my life. But there was no breach of law, Louis. Oh, may I call you Louis?
How dare you talk to a ruler like that?
Allow her to finish her defense.
The law sees men and women in different ways. In fact, the law says men are forbidden from publicly dueling. But tell me, where does the law say that women may not publicly duel?
Your Majesty, I hardly think that this... I've heard all I need. The court finds Mademoiselle d'Aubigny innocent and free to go. You are all dismissed. Julie, I must say, I am impressed as always, Julie.
And I'm grateful as always for leaving the court with no charges. I wasn't so sure I'd get away with it this time. Did I go too far?
Julie, you are a natural.
You're too kind.
But I must ask, have you always been this way? So, how do you say, scrappy?
From the time that I could speak, I had a lot to say. I was first to fall and skin my knee, then get up anyway. I'd outrun them all someday. I needed to fight. I had to be heard. I get lost in the noise and the crowd, and I'd be ignored if I didn't fight. Who'd pick up the sword? There was nobody listening to me, but I knew I could make them all see if I shouted the words. Is that why we fight? We fight to be heard. Oh, Louis, there was a woman in the tavern. Her name was Isabel. Do you know what happened to her?
Unfortunately, I do.
Unfortunately, what happened?
I found out just before the court convened. It appears her parents have sent her away to a nunnery.
A nunnery?
And there's nothing to be done, Julie. She is their property after all.
Property? How could you say that?
Perhaps you should let this one go. I'm sorry, Julie. It's impossible.
But why shout if you have nothing to say? What's the point of every day? You can fight to be seen. You can fight to be heard. You can fight to make sure you get the final word. But words aren't enough. And so I will fight. I won't get lost in the noise and the crowd, and I won't be ignored. 'Cause if I don't fight, who'll pick up the sword? There is nobody watching but me. And if that's how I let things be, she'll be gone in a blur. I know why I fight. I'm fighting for her.
Elizabeth.
Hi, Andy.
Wow, someone's in a good mood.
I just got back from my Newport interview, and I'm a modest woman, but I have to say, I absolutely crushed it.
Wow, that's great.
I mean, I was on fire. I asked just the right questions, and I even got him to spill some dirt on tensions in the campaign. It was just so empowering and gratifying. Like, have you ever had a moment that solidified that this is the thing you're supposed to be doing? It was amazing. All right, well, I got to get this stuff down while it's still fresh, and I can't wait to read yours, Andy. Good talk.
Yep, good talk.
Mr. Harrington, Uncle Sir.
What is it, Peter?
He's here. I don't know why. He wasn't on the schedule, but he says that he needs to speak to you right away.
Who? Spit it out, Peter.
Senator Newport.
Ed, how are you this afternoon?
Senator Newport.
Oh, please, not a senator quite yet, and besides, call me Harold.
Okay, Harold, what brings you in today? Anything I can do for you?
Well, yes, Ed. As you know, I met with one of your reporters the other day. Miss Elizabeth, was it?
Ah, yes, Elizabeth. I assigned her to do the profile in your candidacy. Sharp as a tack, that one, an excellent reporter.
Sharp, perhaps. Excellent? Well, I disagree.
What do you mean?
Well, to be frank, Ed, I found her conduct unsatisfactory.
Unsatisfactory?
Oh, you know. She was intrusive. She asked me about my family, campaign finances, perceived conflicts of interests, skeletons in my closet, as she called them.
Harold, any reporter worth their salt is going to ask those type of questions.
Ed, I am an avid supporter of the First Amendment, especially freedom of the press. But there's a time and a place where a reporter could cross a line, and, well, that line was crossed by Miss Elizabeth.
Well, in this day and age...
Oh, yes, Ed, I know, but why can't things be the way that they were? Remember the days playing golf at the club when we all knew the rules of society. No complaints about straws or a trophy show snub. Back when we could make jokes on the fire with our folks and not get strung up for our impropriety.
Harold, you're a popular candidate.
Not the way I would have been back then.
I remember those days, but those days are long past.
But we still have some rules in society.
Which is true, but I'm worried. You seem so aghast, and I'm trying to sense what has caused such offense.
I don't want any trouble or notoriety. But the truth is, no matter what you may report, I'm not going to lose 1 ounce of support.
Well, I believe it's our job to see stories are run.
Are you saying the article's done? Well, I am surprised that you'd sanction this stink. My campaign or your paper, I know which I'd sing.
I hear what you're saying, we'll cut it and fill.
I think you misheard. She was shrill.
I'm sorry?
Ed, I can tell you like the girl. If you want, I'll fire her.
Fire her? You can't be serious.
Ed, if you're having this much trouble with the changes being implemented, perhaps we should reevaluate your position here.
I'll talk to her.
I'm glad there are people in this day and age respecting the rules of society, who understand who, when, and how to engage. I acknowledge the care that you gave this affair in relieving my bout of anxiety. I look forward to whoever you'll send next. I'm sure he'll write a fair and balanced article. Thanks, Ed.
Thank you, Harold. Shit. Hello? Ed Harrington, editor-in-chief of the Chicago Offering. To whom am I speaking? Mrs. Masad. Oh, you're Andy's mom. How did you... No, I think she's at her desk. I'll tell her to pick up. Okay. Okay, you too, Mrs. Masad. Andy!
Hey, Mr. Harrington, how can I help you?
Your mom just called my office. She says you haven't been answering your phone.
Oh my God, I can't believe she called you.
Is everything all right?
Yes, I'm so sorry. This won't happen again.
Good. Is all that for the street names article?
Yeah, in a way.
In a way.
In a sense, yes.
Look, if it's not on my desk on Friday, as requested,
It will be.
All right then, get to it.
What was that about?
My mom called Harrington. So embarrassing.
Wait, she called his office? Is she the one whose calls you've been ignoring?
Oh, no.
Your phone's ringing.
Yep.
And you're ignoring it.
Yeah.
Could it be your mother?
Look, Sam, my mom calls when the slightest thing goes wrong, okay? You know, she got a flat tire, the garden got too much rain, the store ran out of her favorite flavor of ice cream. She can learn how to figure it out on her own.
8 missed calls? Andy, you have to call her back.
Andy, we found them. Paperwork on Lee Tae-young, Anna Coleman, and so many more.
I can't. There isn't time. I need to finish this article tonight.
Call her.
Okay. You two start going through all of these new women, okay? Gather as much information about them as you can. I'm gonna be over here, but just let me know if you need any help, okay?
Hello?
Hi, Mom.
Andy.
Look, before you start lecturing me on phone etiquette...
No, I'm not. I don't want to fight with you today.
Oh, okay.
How's your day going?
It says right here that Lee Tae-young was the first female lawyer in Korea working for women and family rights, not judge. Well, this source says judge. Hey, Andy?
Yeah, 1 second. Sorry, what was that, Mom?
I asked how your day's going.
You called my boss to ask me how my day is going?
Just talk to me for a little bit, please.
Andy, can you come look at this for us,
Yeah,
please?
just give me 1 second, okay? Look, Mom, I called because I thought I needed to check in, okay? But if nothing's urgent, I have a deadline I need to get back to.
What article are you working on?
It's an obituary? Well, actually, it's a lot of obituary. It's a long story, but it's going to be big. It's a headline.
I have Catherine Dexter McCormick was born in 1877.
I have she was born in 1875.
It's running this week?
No, well, not this week. But the point is that it's big. It's a headline, Mom.
Then why do I have she was born in 1877?
Why don't you come home tonight?
What? Mom, that's crazy.
Book a flight for as soon as you get off work.
I can't just... Why?
I miss you. It's been so long. I want to see my daughter.
Andy?
Yep, 1 second. Look, Mom, I can't just book a flight. My deadline is tonight.
Stop talking to Andy. She's clearly on the phone.
Please, Andy.
Okay, I could come this weekend after I finish my project, but I can only stay for a day. Would that be enough?
A day would be perfect.
Andy, come look. A whole new folder of records we hadn't seen before.
Okay, great. I'll see you then, Mom.
Wait, Andy?
Yep.
It's about Ida, Jean, and Julie. Come look.
I love you.
Yeah, you too. Okay, bye. Oh, this is just what I need to finish my piece. Thank you so much.
It's all right, I've got you.
You are the only woman I know who take a 4-month-old baby on a political tour with them.
Well, the fight for justice doesn't stop just because I had a baby. How many people do you think are out there?
Well, a third of the population of Memphis followed you when you left. I'm sure more would follow you here tonight to hear you speak.
Well, go on ahead and take your seat. It's about to start.
We'll be cheering you on from the crowd.
Thank y'all for gathering here today. I can't even begin to tell you what the founding of the NACW means to me. They thought they'd seen the last of me when they ran me out of Tennessee. I'm here today to prove that they were wrong. We all agree that now's the time to lift each other as we climb and show that as black women we are strong. Today, ladies will unite. Today, we'll show that we can fight. It's our big break.
Jean, take a look at this. They're the same.
What's the same?
They reused the pad, all 3 of these messages, the same encryption.
So that must mean that all of the relevant messages start the same way. We can get everything. Meredith.
Yes?
Quickly, what does this message say?
To our loyal comrade, Charles.
And this one.
To our loyal comrade Charles.
And this one?
To our loyal
Comrade Charles! They thought they could deceive our team, come up with an elaborate scheme, but their mistake will help us reach our goal. This pattern here can help us see the letters that will form the key, and then we'll have the tools to catch them all. Today, ladies will decode. Today, this project will explode. It's our big break.
Isabel, come on, we only have a few minutes. What are you doing here? I'm here to get you out.
How did you get in? And what are you wearing?
I'm undercover. What? Do I not pull it off? Shh, someone's gonna hear you. I think that I look great.
You know what I mean. If they catch us, we could be killed. I'm afraid.
So am I.
I didn't think you were afraid of anything.
Well, I am. But now I have something worth fighting for. I don't care what they say or think. Let lions roar, but I won't shrink. I live my life, don't care what hell I raise. They'll lock you up and chuck the key, but convent walls will not stop me. So take my hand, we'll set this place ablaze. Today, lady, let's fight back. Today, we'll go a different track. It's our big break.
Today, I'm so close now I can feel it. All my work will be worthwhile. Society says I'm a misfit, but obeying the rules is not my style. I don't need to ask permission. Nothing comes to those who wait. Watch out, world, I've got ambition, and I'm paving the way to something great. It's our break. One more take. Now, it's our break. One more letter. It's our break. One more step. One more step. Till my big break. It's our break.
Today we celebrate the founding of the National Association for Colored Women, an organization dedicated to raising us up out of poverty and guaranteeing our right to vote.
We know that Charles is at the Los Alamos lab with access to the design and an in-depth knowledge of physics. This message mentions his employment by the British, which means, by process of elimination, our mole is none other than Klaus Fuchs.
Break into the nunnery to rescue Isabel? Check. Set the nunnery on fire? Double check. Get away with it? Oh, absolutely.
Today, chapter of the story. Today, I fight for justice, not for glory. Today, the world is mine to take. Today, my big break.
And done.
So, you're all done?
Just a few more edits here and there, and it'll be ready to print.
I can't believe it. I can't believe you did this. Hey, Elizabeth.
Elizabeth? How did you...
One of the interns told me you were down here. Could you give me and Andy a second?
Oh, yeah, sure. Come on, guys.
Do you know what? I was actually just thinking about you. You know that moment you were talking about? Like, you know that this is what you're supposed to be doing? I think I just felt that. I mean, I felt like... wait, what's wrong?
Looks like you'll get to write your Newport story after all.
What are you talking about?
Harrington just fired me. And I assume he'll give it to you to finish because he knows you're the only person that could finish it on time and to save face by putting the only other woman here on it. Thought it was gonna be my break.
I don't understand. What happened?
Apparently Senator Newport didn't like the way I conducted his interview.
What'd you do?
What any good reporter would. I caught him in a lie and I called him on it, but apparently when I do it, I'm aggressive, belligerent, shrill. So I didn't play nice, no, I didn't say please. I was clear and concise, but the guy is a sleaze. I caught him when he lied, and now it's a matter of pride. If there's one thing I've learned from years of climbing the ranks, Andy, nothing is earned when you wear heels and Spanx. You work and hustle and sweat, and this is all the thanks that you get. I was at the right place at the right time, but I forgot about the monumental mountain to climb. You're always gonna be the wrong man for the job when your biggest pitfall is that you're not a man at all.
What can I do? I'll talk to Harrington. I'll stand up for you.
You're too sweet, but that won't do anything except maybe get you fired too. Look, I know how this paper works.
Yeah, so do I. Look, it's not the most progressive, but I'll fight to improve.
A woman's fight comes off aggressive when it's men who disapprove. You'll lose, but you're not to blame. They've rigged this unwinnable game. You think you're at the right place at the right time, but you'll never reach the top of this impossible climb.
If I can be clever and play their kind of ball, they might just ignore that I'm not a man at all.
You're wrong.
But what do you want me to do? Just let you walk away? If I do that, then there's nothing stopping this place from becoming the ultimate boys club.
You can't stop something that's already happened.
Yes, we could if you would just stand up for yourself and fight.
You shake your head at me, act like you get the big mistake I made. I was doing my job, you see, and trust me, Andy, you can't trade the fights, the falls, the frantic calls, the 9 to 5 that lies and keeps you up through the night, the hands on the knees, the insults, the tease, so close to a story that I know I could write. But you're doing it right, right. Writing stories big, brave, and bold, even if it's not what you're told, just to get your hands on the gold, all to see your name above the fold.
Okay, but this article that I'm working on right now, it's not just about me anymore.
Please, we're writers. It's always about our egos.
Can I just show you what I've got?
Do I have a choice?
Well? What do you think?
Andy, this is kind of incredible.
Really?
This is something the world needs to see. You have to show this to Harrington. Trash the street sign article. Hell, trash the Newport article.
But that goes against everything you've told me. What if he fires me? I don't want to end up like you.
Okay, I'm gonna pretend that wasn't wildly insulting. But so what? So what if he fires you? Then you walk out the door and you get someone else to publish your piece, or you publish it yourself.
I know, but is it worth it for just an article?
It's worth it. You know, sometimes it takes something above and beyond to break the system, and I couldn't do it, but Andy, you have it. You might be at the right place at the right time. So use your chance to rock the boat here while you're still in your prime. You're never gonna be the wrong man for the job. What makes you stand tall is that you're not a man at all. No, not a man at all. Thank God you're not a man, 'cause there's never gonna be the wrong man for the job. What makes me stand tall? Well, I guess I'm out of here.
Where are you gonna go?
Don't know yet.
You really think that Harrington is gonna give me the Newport article?
Either that or fire you. Who knows what this office is anymore?
Hey, Elizabeth. I'm gonna miss you.
I'm gonna miss you too.
I guess this will be my own personal brand of hell now, huh?
You'll figure it out. You're a good writer, Andy. Don't let anybody tell you differently.
You know you're not a journalist.
What? How could you say that? I've been here just as long as you.
Yeah, but journalists report facts. Your section's called opinion. Opinions aren't facts. You're not a journalist.
So you're a journalist, the weather guy.
Weather's a fact. It either rains or it doesn't. Fact.
We live in Chicago. The weather's never that simple.
Oh, I'm so happy to hear your opinion on my area of expertise.
It hardly takes an expert to know it's going to be cold in the winter.
I'm just saying. An economic relief package is great, but what happened to investing in actual climate change research before a natural disaster occurs?
Come on, you know science is out of fashion these days.
Well, you should know. You're the one stuck in the style section this week. How's that working out for you?
If I never hear the phrase sexy, sustainable swimwear again, it'll be too soon.
Oh, what I wouldn't give to be on that climate lobby article. I mean, I don't care if all I get to do is move punctuation around.
Watch out, Christiana Monpour.
Hey, today it's commas, tomorrow it's a byline.
Ah, Andy, thank God. I was just thinking of you. I wanted to ask if you wanted this,
I don't want it.
What?
The article? I don't want it. Not like this.
What do you mean?
You pushed Elizabeth aside when she didn't do anything wrong.
She crossed a line that you wouldn't have. You cared too much about your job, about your career.
What do you know about my career? You haven't asked me once what I want. How would you know?
I know you want an article to get your name out there. This is your chance. Take this article and pick up that damn phone!
Hello?
Andy Masad.
Speaking?
Hi, Andy. This is Dr. Alice Reed from Sloan Memorial Hospital.
Wait, Sloan Memorial? How can I help you?
You're Miriam Masad's daughter, aren't you?
Yeah. Wait, is she in the hospital?
Miss Masad, as you know, your mother has been here for her treatments.
What? What treatments? What are you talking about?
As you know, your mother has been receiving treatments for the past month for stage 4 breast cancer.
What? I didn't know that.
Andy, today your mom...
Wait, is she okay?
...came in with an elevated white blood cell count. Her PICC line was infected.
Oh, can I speak with her, please?
I'm so sorry, Andy. She's gone.
Andy, I hope you see this soon. They checked me in this afternoon. I wish that you would just pick up your phone. It's work and always work, but I know that's just how you get when you're in the zone. You are impossible and make me so confused. You never failed a book report or built a boring pillow fort or let me kiss your arm when you were bruised. It's funny to think how little you've changed. It's funny to think how much you've grown. But take a break, come back to Dallas, Andy. I don't want to be alone right now. Call me back soon. Remember, I love you. I am impossible. Impossible has always been my role. And even though you
never tried to lighten up the load. Andy promised no headline, and you're gone. I'll let you go a year, not 1 day more. It's been a year, and I'm still pushing on. I got my headline, I met my deadline, but now you're gone. Now you're gone. I promised you impossible to prove that I was brave. The moment that I proved that I did the impossible, you end up in your...
Look at what she gave. Look at what she gave to you. She may not have always seen you, but no matter what you did, she would provide.
She always tried
to lead you toward what she thought was best, even when what she'd suggest was wrong. Each of you did the impossible, and still you all were lost. I thought I'd be remembered for doing the impossible, but never stopped to think about the cost. What should I do? What is my take? I'm worried that I will make a mistake. I promised you headlines, but you knew I'd do so much more. Unless you silently go to your grave without doing something someone wants to save. The smallest choices seem impossible. What do we remember and what do we forget? Remembering the good things shouldn't be impossible. Then you end up filled with regret. If it's impossible, if it seems impossible, it's just because you haven't done it
Hey, Andy, journalist. Thought you'd be going to the airport by now.
I'm going now. I just needed to pack up a few things first.
How long do you think you'll be gone?
Well, I got a bunch of legal things to settle, plus a funeral to plan, so maybe a few weeks.
Let me know if you need anything. I'll be here when you get back. I could even fly to Dallas if you wanted, whatever you need.
Thank you, Sam.
Andy, I wasn't expecting to see you here this early. I had Peter get these flowers for you. My deepest condolences.
Thank you. That's very thoughtful, Mr. Harrington.
Headed to the airport?
I am, but I have something for you first.
What's this? The street names article? The Newport article?
No, it's something different.
Different? Andy, now is not the time.
It's called For the Record. It's an obituary project about the women in history who didn't get the recognition they deserved.
Andy, I am sure that this is lovely. But it's not what I assigned
It's
you.
what I want to publish.
It's what you should publish.
Unfortunately, Andy, that is not your decision to make. Or yours. Honestly, it's not even mine anymore. I'm sorry, I can't.
That's a mistake, Mr. Harrington.
Andy, you should watch your tone when you're talking.
What are you going to do? You going to fire me? No, go ahead. Fire your last full-time female reporter.
And probably your best reporter.
Okay, now, this
Listen
is
to
just...
me. Ida B. Wells, her work and her leadership, they were overshadowed by the male activists of her time.
Andy, that's not what
And
I...
all the credit for Jean Grabiel's work went to her male colleague, Meredith Gardner.
Okay, but...
Daubigny, she was a sword-slinging, opera-singing celebrity of 17th century France who fought gender bias and sexism everywhere she went.
And she still died in obscurity.
Yeah.
Who?
You can erase my voice and the voices of all of those women, or you can publish my piece. And frankly, if you don't, I will walk out that door and publish it myself.
And if Andy goes, I go too.
And me too, Uncle Ed.
Listen, it's your choice. What do you want to stand for?
For the Record, by Andy Masad. Since the dawn of journalism, reporters have honored thousands we have lost through touching obituaries, making sure their impact and legacy stays with us forever. But many have been left out.
These individuals were groundbreaking. Women that broke through many barriers and created many firsts.
All managed to achieve success in their lives, but none were ever granted the honor they deserve through an obituary.
It is my hope with this article to honor these women, to give them their long-awaited moment in the spotlight, to finally tell their story.
Deborah Sampson, born 1760, died 1827. Disguised myself as a man to serve in the Continental Army and help win freedom for the United States.
Jeanette Rankin, born 1880, died 1973, was the first woman elected to the United States Congress and is still the only woman to have ever served from the state of Montana.
There's a woman trapped inside the past,
Stuck between the margins and a ceiling made of glass.
And it's easy to let her memory go,
to read the books you're given and accept the truth you know.
The world is moving forward at a pace you can't defy. You don't have time for looking backwards or time to wonder why.
But darkness is defeated with the smallest light, a tiny light. So you ride, and you see her. Suddenly she's real. The wishes and the triumphs and the mysteries revealed. You know her. Don't let her fade away. Tell her story, and maybe you can change her fate.
Catherine Dexter McCormick, born 1875, died 1967, funded and helped develop the first birth control pill.
Luisa Capetillo, born 1879, died 1922. Puerto Rican labor and equal rights leader, famously arrested just for wearing pants.
All these stories stacked upon their shelves, the fabric of our histories, the fabric of ourselves.
Ignore them, leave them to decay. Let bygones yield to bygones, cause we're focused on today. But the challenges we're facing aren't so different from the past. These new and younger faces are just a change of cast.
And you don't want a future stuck in yesterday.
the memories you share.
Miriam Assad, born 1968, died 2019. Devoted daughter, dedicated caregiver, and proud mom.
The battles that you fight, the promises you swear, the people you uplift, the people you compare, the barriers you shift, the stories that you tell, and you see them suddenly listen to. There was a man, the one is hard to feel. You know them. You can't change the past, but you can make the future what they wanted. A world of hope and honesty and promise at long last. See them. I see. You know. What will you do? What will you do now that you know? Tell a story. It's how you change the
The Waa-Mu class of 2021. The Waa-Mu class of 2020.
The Waa-Mu graduating class of 2019.
Thank you so much. Thank you. Just take your seats for 1 second. I'm going to talk at you a little more, and then I will let you go, I promise. So as you know, Waa-Mu is one of Northwestern's oldest, most beloved theatrical traditions and organizations. The show took a lot of work to get up on its feet. We had about 7 months of writing, about a month of rehearsal, and hundreds of students touched this show in one way or another. And it's a real privilege for any undergraduate program to be able to see our work come to life with this amazing orchestra and professional designers and, yeah. And we want to make sure that these traditions can be preserved for generations to come. And so, in the lobby today, when you leave the performance, there will be students with buckets. We ask that you give whatever you feel you can afford. $5 is great. $5,000 is fine. And that's about it. So thank you so much for joining us.